Welcome back to the home print studio. So you've made a whole pile of beautiful autumn leaf prints, maybe more than you know what to do with. I've been there too. Some prints will stand perfectly on their own, but others are asking for a little bit of something more. So in this video I'm going to show you some of my favourite ways to take your leaf prints a little bit further. So adding collage, monoprint layers, drawing directly on top, and turning them into something a bit more finished, expressive artworks on paper. And if you haven't done it yet, do check out last week's video all about how I made these leaf prints as well. I'm Ruth and I'm an artist, printmaker and teacher, and I make videos all about hand printing in my tiny shed studio in Bristol, UK. I help artists to deepen their practice through hand printing at home. If you'd like to hear from me more regularly, then please do join my email list. The link is below. You get all sorts of goodies, all sorts of printy, landscapey things every couple of weeks. Plus you also get my free guide, Start Printmaking Today. You already have everything you need. So this is what I have from my leaf printing session last week. I've got some really subtle ginkgo leaves here, sort of repeat pattern type things. This one was actually the roller, so I rolled over the leaves and then rolled those marks onto tissue. A lot of these are on tissue, so they're nice and transparent. This is the ginkgo leaves again. I managed to get some really nice detail. The sort of veins of the leaf really came through on that. So that one's really nice. And then I've got some silhouettes here. And again, this was a roller mark with marks on the roller just put onto the paper and again there as well. And then I've got these lovely sort of teal, turquoisey blue ones, which I really like. They're not kind of doing that much at the moment, composition-wise, and there's no contrast. There is in this one, but not these ones. I actually really like these, so I probably won't change them too much. But the ones like this one, where there's nothing much else on there, I can add collage to those. I can add marks to those and make them into something just a little bit more special. So what I'm using here is rice glue, or nori paste it's sometimes called. That's my favourite go-to glue for collage and particularly for tissue paper, plus my big box of collage pieces, and I've got a lot of those, plus just some general paper. I've got some gold paper in there, some tissue paper, and of course I've got my box of pens and pencils as well. So just making a start. And basically what I do is I've cut my pieces up, I've cut them down. I've also got some of this red orange here is from my collage box. It's a ghost print actually, a ghost monoprint from other work, and I'm just thinking about where to put it, really, moving it around. I mean, it's so quick and easy, collage, to just move things around, change it, put it over, put it under. And this, because this is tissue paper, which is lovely and transparent, the colours will show through, which is really nice. And they show through even more when you put this sort of slightly wet glue on. This is starchy glue, but it's quite wet. So it's actually really nice to work with the transparency of tissue. It can be a little awkward like that, but the transparency is lovely, and it means you can layer up one on top of the other, on top of the other, and that's a really nice aspect to it. So I'm just putting on the glue with my cardboard spatula here. It dries matte and you can hardly see it when it's dry, so I don't worry too much about getting it over the edges and onto my paper. And it's just a little bit of patience when you're laying it down, your tissue paper down. But you can see that you can see through the paper. And I just use a carrier bag or a bit of plastic to just really push any wrinkles out with my hands and my fists. And there we go. I'm going to put that now under my cutting board, and hopefully that should dry nice and flat. dry now, and I've got my box of pens out, pens and pencils and things. This is actually a Posca pen, and I really like using Posca pens. They come in all different widths, so this is quite a thick one actually, and I tend to just let the marks fall as they will, so I don't really hold it or control the pen very much. I just sort of allow it to flop and make marks. But I do just want to add a little bit more orange up in the corner here, just some little marks. There's nothing very little here, and I want it to echo the orange on the left hand side, so just adding that in. And I'm using my really nice high pigment pencils here as well, crayon pencils. So I will use these. I tend to use graphite and charcoal. So fairly soft marks, and not trying to control them too much. Well, I hope that's inspired you to just go that little bit further, take those few extra steps in the home print studio. No video next week, I'm taking a break, I'm on holiday, but I'll be back the week after, so keep your eyes peeled. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.